everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Tech Unlocked podcast, the podcast where we unlock the latest news, leaks, and rumors in the world of tech. I am your co-hosts, Benji from BenObi Tech, and I'm joined as always by Taylor from TA Tech. How's it going, Taylor?
Good, man. How are you? It's actually great to see you here. We're doing
Yeah,
this for the first time. This is actually really
first time
cool,
on
and
video.
I really think that this is a lot better. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, because
We'll
I've
see
been
how.
listening a lot to a couple of other podcasts, like the Genius Bar podcast, Taylors of Tech podcast, and even Waveform, and they all do it in video as well. So for those who are listening, you can actually watch us on YouTube, so you can actually put a face to the voice. Um, so yeah, we're really excited for this
Yeah,
episode though. Like, there's quite a lot of stuff. We've got Thanksgiving coming up, which I
definitely.
don't celebrate because I'm English. Um, I don't celebrate traitors holidays.
Oh, okay. Gotcha
I'm joking.
now.
I'm joking. Yeah, I
No,
still
it's
love
all good,
America,
bro.
but yeah, I
It's
guess
all
happy
good, bro.
Thanksgiving to you. And maybe we could talk a
Thanks,
little bit
man.
about like some tech that we're thankful for at the end of the episode, um,
Absolutely.
something like that. But starting off with, well, I guess we'll give you all a little bit of taster of what you can expect from today's episodes. Today we're going to be talking a little bit about Apple's self-service repair, kind of our thoughts on it and things like that. We also have more rumors about the Apple Car, and
Man,
Apple's
that's gonna be
stock
good.
going up again. Yeah, it's going to be good. And then we also have a bunch of Android stuff, like a chip company that thinks they can beat Apple and Snapdragon at the same time. And we also get to talk a little bit about the Pixel 6a, which will be coming later next year. So, starting off with the first thing we wanted to talk about, the Apple self-service repair. Now, I don't know how much you know about this, Taylor, but I know you made a video about it. I made a video
Yep.
about it. So we kind of shared our thoughts publicly, but now that it's been out like about almost a week,
Yep.
what are your thoughts on this whole thing of being able to repair your own phone if you want to?
Dude, I stand where I said it in my video. I feel like it's gonna turn out to be a little bit hard for some people, I think. Like unless you are really smart and you know what you're doing, all power to you. But it's gonna come to a point where, what if you have a complication? What if there's parts missing to what the kit that they send you? Whatever, you're gonna have to go to the Apple Store anyway. If you mess up somehow during the process of fixing your own phone, you're gonna cause because here's the thing, okay? You're paying for the tools, right? And if you mess up, you're gonna have to pay for those tools plus for fixing your phone if you have to go to the Apple Store. Like that to me is kind of risky, if you ask me.
Yeah,
I mean, like I know there's gonna be a lot of people who think this way, and who say, what, I feel it's better for a professional to do this. I don't think your average person would get these tools. I think it would be for somebody who does know what they're doing. But at the same time, I'm personally scared to see the consequences of, if somebody, okay, well, it's available. I'm going to try it out and, just for fun, you know?
yeah, I completely agree with what you said. I think for certain people, it is kind of a like why is Apple allowing this? But I mean, Apple makes it clear as well in their news press release that you guys can read. The links will be in the description or the show notes if you're listening to this on podcasts. But I think it's really good that we get the choice. Like for myself, I've
Oh,
repaired
yeah, yeah.
iPhones in the past. I've repaired home buttons, I've repaired batteries, I've repaired charging ports. So I kind of know how, like when I open an iPhone, what to do. So this isn't for those people who are like, oh, I want a cheap way to repair my phone, I'm gonna fix it myself, because like whether or not you have the actual parts and the certified tools, people are going to do it anyway. Like people have been doing it
Oh
for
yeah.
years and they've been messing up. Like I've messed up a few phones as well. Like even when like there were a few people who some friends that were like, "Hey, can you fix my phone?" And then I screw up and I'm like, "Oh no, what do I do now?" So,
Right.
yeah, so it's not for
Right.
everyone, and I like how they've also said that they're going to it's important. Actually, I'll read what they say here. They said to ensure a customer can safely perform a repair, it's important they first review the repair manual. Then, a customer will place an order for the Apple genuine tools and parts using the Apple self-service repair online store. So, they're not like letting anybody have access to this. They're just saying
Hmm.
review the repair manual. Once you understand how to fix this, then you will have access to buy the parts and stuff, which I think is really good that we actually will be able to order our own parts, because so far, like all the iPhones I've fixed, I've had to try to dig and find certain parts like a charging port or a screen or a battery, and sometimes they're not genuine, and sometimes they can even damage your phone more than fix them because they're
Right.
not normal, they're not genuine. But if Apple is now opening it up, of course it'll probably be expensive. Like I don't think this is
Oh
gonna
yeah.
be like for a screen you're gonna pay $50 and that's it. No,
No, no,
you'll
no.
you'll
And
actually have to pay.
and that was my point in my video. You're
Yeah,
gonna you're paying for these parts, which is expensive as it is. Plus, if you have to go back, because what if you get a part that's not working properly?
mm-hmm.
It's not
Yeah. I mean,
you
if
get
I get
double.
yeah, I guess if you have that issue, you probably just say, "Hey, Apple, this screen isn't working," and then they'll probably
Yeah.
send you a new one. But I also like how once you've like repaired, like once you pay for the tools, you pay for the like the screen or the battery or whatever you're replacing and things like that, and then they send it
Right.
to you. You can send the old parts and I think even the tools that you used back, and they will actually give you store credit for that. So in the end, it might be cheaper. But even like I don't know how much it's gonna cost, but they'll probably sell you
Mhm.
the screen for they'll want to make a profit off this as well. It's not like they're gonna sell you the screen at cost.
Mhm.
They'll probably put an extra $50 on the price of that they pay for the screen or the battery. So I don't know if it's gonna be like worth it to fix your own phone in the end. Like maybe it'll be just a little bit more expensive to get it fixed by Apple, and at that point like unless you're really technical and you love repairing phones, I think most people will still go with Apple Care or with um, just going straight to Apple and getting it fixed. Because sometimes there's some jobs that you can't do yourself, and even here
Right.
they're only
Right.
like they're gonna start with batteries and screens, and it's only gonna be available for the iPhone 12 and 13 for now, and then soon they'll have the M1 Max, and things like that. But I think this is
Hmm.
really good. I think it's great that they're giving customers the
Oh
option,
yeah.
if
Oh
they want
yeah.
to and if they're capable of doing
Right.
so, to fix their own phones. Because I mean, it's fun. Like once you get
And,
the hang of it, of opening an iPhone and fixing it yourself, like the satisfaction that comes after that is it's great.
oh
I
yeah.
love it.
I mean, I've seen videos of like I think Jerry rigs everything. Um, you know, there's so many out there. I've seen people open opening up the original HomePod. That's pretty cool. So you have fun with it, but like if you're trying to fix something, just be careful. You know, that's all I
It's
can
not
say.
for everyone, but for those who want, they now have the option, which I think is great.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. So, going to our next topic here, Apple giving people free gift cards. What's your thoughts on that, Benji?
I think this is like when I saw this, I'm like, what is happening to Apple? Because first of all, last week they
Dude,
decided to let people
they're
fix
being
their own
really
phones.
generous with their stuff this year.
Yeah, they're like last like last week they're like, oh, you can now fix your phone. I'm like, what? But now they're like, oh, for Black Friday, if you buy stuff from us, we're actually gonna give you a gift card. Like, what? Apple's being generous with this.
Oh
No,
man.
I think it's awesome. Like you buy. So for those who don't know, well, we'll link everything in the show notes, of course. But like for example, if you buy an iPhone 12, 12 mini, and SE, you get a $50 gift card, so you can use that to buy a case maybe. If you
Yeah.
buy second or third, or well, if you buy any AirPods, you get $75. Even if you buy the AirPods Max, don't know exactly know if that's fair or not. Or like you get $50 if you buy the Apple Watch SE or Series 3, and so on and so forth. There's a bunch of others. You guys can go check it out. So I think this is the best time to buy an Apple product, especially because you get this gift card. So maybe you buy an iPhone 13 for yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or actually, the iPhone 13 is not even available here for it, I don't think. But like if you, let's say you buy an iPhone 12 and you get given a gift card, and you can then use that gift card to maybe buy a product for, I don't know, a sibling or a parent or a significant other, things like that. So I think it's really cool that they're coming out of
Oh
their
yeah, for sure.
we only take money shell, and now they're giving people free stuff. I don't know if they've done this
Exactly.
before. I don't know if they've done this before because like looking at the comments here on Mac Rumors, it looks like some people were saying, "Oh yeah, they did this last year." I don't know.
Really? I don't
I don't
remember
know when
that
they did
though.
it. If they ever did this discount thing. It's funny
Nah.
because they're like on their website. They're like, "Oh, prepare for the holidays. Here's it's Black Friday," and they literally do no discounts. It's
Yeah.
like
Yeah, I saw
this
that.
is like the
I was
first
like,
time. But anyway, that's
because
awesome.
I was gonna do a video about it, and I'm like, wait, something's off here. Like, there's no disc. What the heck?
There
Oh
must be a
man.
catch.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. There's definitely something wrong there,
But
but
any other thoughts on this before we move on?
no,
It's
man.
really
I mean, hey,
self-explanatory. It's like Apple's giving you free gift cards.
right?
That's all
No,
I can think
man.
of. All right, well, moving on
What's
to our next topic. So, basically, for a little bit of a background to this, Apple recently, with the launch of iOS 15.1, they actually, like in the podcast app, for those who use the podcast app, maybe you're using it right now to listen to this podcast. Oh, we're an Apple podcast, by the way, everyone. So that's
yes?
exciting. But finally, after so long, and all I had to do was like put in. It was my fault. I should
Uh,
have like checked it properly, and all I had to do is put the RSS link in Apple Podcasts, and then they would have done. But anyway, that's another topic. Um, so yeah, so now in the podcast app, when you're listening to podcasts and stuff, you actually get a pop up to review the app. And now the podcast app in the App Store did not have very good reviews. A lot of people hate the design of it. They hate that it crashes and it has problems, and so it had like 1.8 stars before, and then all of a sudden now they're prompting people to review the app, and it's not like people are going and reviewing the app. They're like, "Oh yeah, this app is so good." They're actually this is where like sometimes I like think about how we have so much faith in humanity. I like to go to
yeah.
space and do crazy things like that. Because people are literally like they receive this prompt and then they review the podcast they're listening to. As
Yeah.
and then it shows up on
Yeah.
the app store as they've reviewed the app.
Right. Right.
Like and Elon Musk wants to send us to
That's
Mars. Like I don't think that's a good idea at this point. I think we
oh
should all stay here,
man.
fix
Yeah.
what we've got right now, and then go. But now
Exactly.
the App Store has 4.7 stars, which is quite a jump, and they've like increased in a like seriously.
Excuse me.
How are people so dumb? But also like Apple was kind of cheeky with this because I think
Mhm.
they knew if they were gonna prompt people to review the podcast app, they would review the Tech Unlocked podcast and say this is a great podcast, and then it'll show up
Right.
on the um. Anyway,
Yeah, man. I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
any thoughts you really want to talk about with this?
Yeah, no. I'm all set.
so funny. Let me see if I can read some of the reviews here. There's someone who said best podcast ever, podcast lovers, 64 and still glued to listening to this team, powerful and life changing, life changing. And then somebody's like absolute crap. Playlists. With iOS 15.0, this app has gone from something to something, still current. So I think there are some people that have figured it out. They're like, yeah, no, this is actually. They're actually trying to get me to review my podcast and make it seem like the thing, but yeah.
That's too. Oh, wow, bro.
People are treating this as a bug, but it's not a bug. It's actually a feature. It's just that people misunderstood the feature, and Apple's profiting from it.
Right.
They're just sat there. Like, oh, we managed to trick people into reviewing our app. It's great.
Jesus Christ. Out of everything, right? So let's talk about the next subject here. Moving on a little bit. More Apple Car rumors. Benji, what do you think about Apple Car? Do you think that it's actually going to happen in 2025, or do you think it's going to take a little bit? Because,
like I remember back in like 2014 or something, when I first started making YouTube videos, I think I might have actually made a video about the Apple Car, but there were people that were always like, oh yeah, the Apple Car, it's happening. And then you saw Apple like hire a bunch of people from Tesla or firing a bunch of other people and then they like, this has been an on and off project as well. Like that's what we've heard. Like sometimes they're like, oh yeah, we're not doing the Apple Car anymore. Yes, we are doing the Apple Car. No, we're not doing the Apple Car. Like I think even like in the timing of this, 2025, by then most car companies will have at least one electric car option.
Yeah.
And I mean, if Apple comes out with it, like people will buy it, of course, no matter how expensive it is. Like,
yeah.
I hope it happens. I'd love to see an Apple Car.
Me too.
How they'd handle with all the charging and stuff as well. Like maybe they'll partner with Tesla with that.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm
honestly really happy for this. I hope
I am too. I am too. I just think that, with a combination of, is it actually, ready? Are they starting manufacturing, along with certain parts of the world, are they already, getting out the rule of self-driving vehicles? Because there's a lot of parts of the world where, it's still not available. You know what I mean? Like Teslas, they're self-driving. You can put them to self-drive, but certain places won't allow it. So, that's the thing for me, So, yes, it's cool that these cars are coming out, but if the place where you live doesn't allow it, what's the point? So I don't know if they're better off waiting or, hey, I mean, we're in 2021. We're going to 2022 very shortly. Maybe from then until 2025, things are going to change. Hopefully, because it would be cool to see a self-driving vehicle. And I mean, I wouldn't mind owning an Apple Car.
I don't think it's going to be like fully self-driving as soon as it comes out. I think it's going to be like kind of like Tesla, because Teslas aren't 100% self-driving right now. They still need like to have a driver in the, like, especially in a lot of countries, as I said, it's not allowed. Like here in the UK, I know it's not allowed to have a fully self-driving car or something. Like you can have things like lane assist or like cruise control, things like that, but you can't go past a certain point. And I think even in the States, some states have like up until like 2020, 2030 or something, we can't have self-driving cars. And I mean, Apple is coming into this fresh. Like they're new to the whole self-driving thing. Like they've not had the experience that Tesla has with having cars like just driving around. Like that's why I think Tesla is the best self-driving car, the best electric car you can buy right now. It's just because they've existed for years and they have been testing certain features. They have had a lot of drivers on the road that have been collecting data for them to use with their self-driving stuff. So I think when Apple comes out with their electric car, they're going to be quite behind compared to the rest of the
Yeah.
market, especially with Tesla, because like Tesla's just killing it. Like their stock keeps going up. They keep coming up out with
Man.
super cool, innovative Teslas. Like yes, they have issues, of course. Like they've got problems with their, like sometimes they deliver a Tesla and it's got some issues with like the build and stuff like that. Like it's not 100% perfect. Um, but still, like I'm really excited to see Apple jump into this market. Will I
Yeah,
buy an Apple
definitely.
car? Probably not. I'll buy a Tesla even still if Apple does come out with their car, unless there's like a really really good reason to buy it. I think Tesla's still up with it. And I think it's also
Hmm.
funny though,
Hmm.
something I wanted to mention with this, in one of the articles that we've got in our notes, about how like every time Apple or like a rumor comes out about the Apple car, their shares just go up. It's funny. They're just like it's almost as if Tim Cook's like, ah, oh, I need a little bit more money. Hey, random journalist over there, can you please say that the Apple car is coming? Cheers.
Yeah,
And then he just profits and sells some stock or whatever.
dude.
But
That
yeah,
yeah,
I
yeah.
hope it happens. I want to see
No,
because
I do
also
too.
I think it'll also push Tesla and a lot of other companies
Oh,
because
are you kidding me?
if Apple's doing it, I can only imagine some other companies will start doing it as well. Like Samsung will probably come out with
I
their
was
own
gonna say
car.
that. I was gonna say
Google.
that.
Oh, Google. Imagine Google
Oh,
comes out with
cool.
their own
Oh my
self-driving car.
God. I can't wait until that happens, dude.
That'll be
I really
so funny.
can't.
I mean, honestly, I think Google would be the best company to come out with it just because of all of the AI stuff they're doing. I think a
Yeah,
car
yeah.
for them would make sense. Or
Oh,
maybe
for
not even
sure.
just like a car, but having a software that car companies can build into their car, kind of like Android. I think
Yeah.
that's hey Google, here's a sales pitch for you. If you wanna, if I know nothing about this technology and stuff, but this is a free idea for you, Google. Like you can do what you did with Android. I mean, Android like was created and you bought it, but anyway, you can like open source software for self-driving cars. Like
Yeah.
if you make a good one, Google, you
Yep.
can do that. Just create a self-driving car thing with like cameras and stuff, and you just sell
I'm s-
to certain companies like Volkswagen, Mercedes,
yeah.
Lexus, all of these different companies, and they can just incorporate your technology into them, and they can
Can I
become this, and they can really compete with Tesla.
can I just say I'm surprised your Google Assistant didn't go off.
That's true. We'll see if it goes off later on when we're talking about something completely irrelevant.
Yeah, exactly, right though. I'm just waiting when you were starting to say hey Google, I'm like I'm waiting for her to say something.
It's probably like, sorry, I can't find that light right now or something.
Yeah. Oh man, but can you imagine like Google cars with Google Assistant and everything? That would be awesome.
Yeah, I think Google would be great with the whole AI
Oh
thing
yeah.
to
Oh
enter into
yeah.
the car market.
Dude,
Um,
dude, they've been doing so well. Um, I, I I know we've talked about the event and everything, but like that event this year really surprised me. They are doing very well, so I can't wait until they really step up and start talking about cars and even car features. You know,
yeah, like Android car, what Android Auto. There we go. That's what
yeah,
it is.
Android Auto, yeah, exactly, exactly.
Yeah. So, I mean, any other thoughts you have about the Apple car or?
Nah, man, no. I have a video actually coming out later today about it, so if you guys want to go check that out, it'll be out in a few hours. Link
Yeah.
down in the description for my channel.
Yeah. Definitely go check that out. All right, moving on to our next thing here. So Apple expands iPhone 12 and 12 Pro repair program due to sound issue to the UAE. Oh well. Yeah. So basically, what's happening is iPhone 12 and 12 Pros are having issues with sound, and so they're recalling a bunch of them if they have them, and they'll give you a brand new phone. So if you're having sound issues on your iPhone 12 or 12 Pro, Taylor, I'm looking at you. You can get a
Yeah.
free replacement. So if you have a little dent on your phone, if you have a little dent on the corner, you just say, "Hey Apple, I I definitely am not calling you because I have a dent on my phone. I actually the speaker's not working very well. Just stuff some stuff in there or something and then pretend it's working."
Yeah. I'll just put. I'll just. You're reminding me of my iPhone 11. I told you that story,
You should
right?
actually go buy. You should actually go like, but go onto Amazon or something or Wish and buy like a fake iPhone case, like a case that makes it look like an iPhone 12
Yeah.
or like a skin or something. And you go to Apple and you're like, "Hey, this is an iPhone 12," and then they'll look at like the software and stuff, be like, "No, no, no, this is an iPhone 12. Please re- replace it. The speaker's not working." That's a bit
That'd be
dishonest, but
hilarious.
it'd be funny.
You know what? You just gave me an April Fool's joke to do. Can you imagine I actually freaking pull it off? Oh
Just do
man,
it on
that would be
YouTube. Just be
awesome.
like, "Hey, I'm going with my iPhone 12," and you just show like it's an iPhone 11, but then you try to
Yeah.
convince your viewers, you try to trick them into thinking it's an iPhone 12.
Yeah.
Like, this phone identifies as an iPhone 15, so we have to respect it. I don't
Right,
want to get
exactly.
canceled.
Oh, that's hilarious, bro. Man.
So
So,
yeah, so I guess there's
move.
that.
Yeah. Oh man. So moving on to the next subject, we got MediaTek think that they can beat Apple's A15 chip.
When I saw this today, I was
No.
like, "Yo, what?"
No.
So like, the funny thing is,
No.
so we have two, and now we have a third, like big brand that make smartphone chips, smartphone
Hmm.
processors, or like that design it and stuff. So we have Apple, which are leading the game with their A15. Then we have Qualcomm, I think it is, with their
Yep.
Snapdragon chips. They have the Snapdragon 888, which is really good. It's not as good as the A15, but it's good. And then we have Google, who's making their Tensor chip, so that's pretty decent as well. Um, and then we have MediaTek, which is found in like a lot of cheaper smartphones. And now they've come out with their. Oh, we also have Samsung doing their Exynos, but nobody cares about Samsung Exynos. Those suck. But we have
Yeah.
MediaTek now, and they've existed for a few years. I've had a fun with a MediaTek processor. It was absolutely horrible, even though the phone. Granted, the phone was like £100 or something, so it was really cheap. But still, they now
Mm.
think that they can create a smartphone chip that matches A15 performance and beats Google Tensor, and at the same time also beats Snapdragon.
No.
Like, you
No.
think, like, on paper, it looks like on paper it looks decent. Like, it could do 4K, 3EP, EXP video HDR, whatever that is. It can have 32 up to 32 megapixel triple cameras. Um, yeah, I mean it's decent, but I don't think it's not gonna come anywhere near like in real world performance. It's not gonna beat Apple, like for sure.
Oh yeah, no. No.
And also, this isn't like such a small, um, like amount of phones. It's not even that many. So,
Oh
do we
really?
care? Are we
Probably.
scared? Do we want one? All three of them, no.
No. Hell no. No. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Dude, nothing can beat Apple. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't think anything can beat Apple or Google. You know, with Like Google's chip, really good.
I mean, it's
So
great with a lot of things, but when it comes to performance, the tensor apparently is pretty bad.
yeah,
I mean,
I know,
it's
I
not
know.
terrible, but it's usable. But it's not as good as like the A15 or the Snapdragon 888.
Right, right, exactly.
But I mean, it's Google's first chip, so even
Yeah,
Apple's first chip was not great. It'll get
true
better, I think.
that, true that, true that, man. Um,
So, moving on, we're gonna talk a little bit about Pixel, just because. So, we
just
have
because we're on
received
the
just because we're on
Google,
the Android train right now.
yeah,
We're gonna jump off it in a second. No. Um, so leaked images for the Google Pixel 6a. So it's like a more compact device. It will not have a headphone jack, which is
wow,
surprising. Like wow, no headphone jack. I wonder who did
damn,
that first.
yeah, exactly,
So because like up until
dude.
now the A series of Google phones have all
Mhm.
had the headphone jack.
Yeah,
So I think
yeah.
this is the first one where they're finally getting rid of it. I mean, who on earth still uses wired 3.5 millimeter
I swear to God,
headphones?
I swear to God, I go to the gym sometimes and I see people with wired headphones, and I'm just like, are you in the 90s?
Boomers.
Are you in the early 2000s? Like what? What are you doing? Even some of my friends are like, "Oh, I need to get a new pair of $10 headphones," and I'm just like, "Have you not heard of Bluetooth headphones? They're so much better, so much better."
Oh yeah, like I love.
People
Uh,
people give me headaches. It's like that meme. You give me headaches.
yeah,
Oh man.
I I rarely see people with wired headphones anywhere nowadays. So
Yeah, no,
like,
you don't.
why why should you ship a phone that still has a feature that nobody really uses? Because like
Dude,
most of the market right
exactly.
now, everybody's focusing on Bluetooth
Exactly.
headphones. Like you don't get many companies that are focusing on making wired headphones good. And yes, I've
Right.
seen a few articles of people that are like they're over the hype of AirPods, so they're going back to
Yeah.
wired headphones. And I'm like, nah,
Yeah, no.
people don't do that.
No. I
Like
I
I
can't.
want to be able to charge my phone and listen to music at the same time, and not have to like accidentally drop my phone and the earbuds like fly out of my ears and everything just breaks.
Exactly,
I do not
dude.
miss that. And also untangling headphones.
Oh,
Oh,
dude.
don't remind me of that, please.
Don't even. Listen, I would have to be, and this is no joke. I would take wired headphones to the gym, and I would literally have to be there 5 minutes trying to untangle that. Like seriously, and not even that. Um, for our audio listeners, I don't know who knows or not, but I have a disability. I walk with crutches. Dude, those things would get caught in my crutches, and I almost fell across the gym one time. I was like, yeah, no, I need. As soon as the AirPods came out, dude, I bought those so quick, you don't even know. And it was so awesome. Like, I felt so much better that I had Bluetooth headphones than those wired headphones. Anytime, anytime I buy a new phone or a new product, I have those in the box. I just want to I want to write a letter to Apple and say, I think it's time that you transition and make the AirPods come in the box or something cheaper, but not these. Like nobody uses them anymore. Take them away. you
Yeah, and I mean now they all they ship is just the charging cable, and
Yeah,
who
yeah.
knows how much longer they'll ship that for.
Oh yeah. That's dude.
So
I was actually.
I highly doubt they'll ship AirPods ever,
Oh no, no.
knowing
That's
Apple,
never gonna happen.
unless they charge an extra $200 on top of what they're already charging, which I don't think they will at this
No,
point. I
no.
think we're about like for at least for the next couple of years, the iPhone's gonna be kind of like the same price,
Yeah, yeah, for sure, for
unless
sure.
they do some random like huge update to it or whatever.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I completely agree with you. Like wired headphones are just an inconvenience. Like
They
I
are.
ever
I'm
since I've
sorry,
had
it's not
AirPods, ever since I've had AirPods, I've used Bluetooth headphones ever since. I think there was only a point on my mission
exactly.
where my AirPods died, and so my parents bought me another pair of Bluetooth headphones and sent them to me. But then those broke,
Yep.
and so I was forced to use wired headphones. That was a nightmare. Fortunately, they were like
God.
they wouldn't really tangle that much, but it would still tangle. Like even
Hmm.
I hate when brands they're like, oh these headphones are impossible to tangle. They still do. It's a wire, guys. Like seriously. Um, but honestly, a Bluetooth and even like a lot of people used to say, "Oh, wired headphones are better because they sound better," but like
Yep. Yep.
nowadays, Bluetooth sounds good enough. So like, there's no reason why you should use wired headphones. So, I mean, yes, the headphone jack sometimes is nice to have, like especially when you're recording a video, for example, and you're using an external microphone. It's nice to have
Hmm.
that port there. But in
Yeah.
most cases, like I just get an adapter and plug it into my iPhone or like
Exactly.
use an older iPhone that has a headphone jack.
Right.
So like in
Exactly.
most cases, most people are not going to use wired headphones nowadays.
No.
Especially
No.
even since Bluetooth headphones, you can get some really
You.
really good ones for super cheap. There's no
Oh,
reason why.
dude. Especially here in the United States, you can go to places like Five Below and you can get uh really good headphones.
Or go
Like
Wish.
oh, exactly. Go on Wish. Exactly.
Buy fake AirPods.
Fake
$5 for
AirPods.
fake AirPods.
Dude, I went to Five Below and I saw fake AirPods. They looked like the real ones with the freaking thing, the flap, whatever you want to call it. Just like it looked like broken AirPods. It didn't have the cover on it. I was like, "What the heck is this?" I literally was walking around and I saw that. I had to go back. I'm like, what the heck is that? I I had to run out of there because I was like, dude, people will do anything. Seriously.
Have you ever
I
seen
don't I don't even want to see I don't want to even hear the the sound quality out of those. Seriously.
sound like a tin can? But no,
Yeah.
have you ever seen those like giant AirPod speakers?
Yes, and I want
A lot
one.
of
I
people
want
like
to.
TikTok and stuff. It would be so funny to just buy two of those, and like
Hmm.
it would be great if they also sold a huge case, so you just like carry your around your like your
Dude, we
like
know a creator
what would you
that
even call them, like
we know a creator that
giant
got
AirPod
it.
speakers?
We know a creator that reviewed it once.
Wait,
Nikius.
who did? Oh, he did.
Nikius. Yeah.
Of course
Yeah.
he would. That's funny.
Dude. No.
I haven't seen.
So
I need to go see
typical.
that video now.
Yeah. Dude, I was like, wait, there's such a thing? What? um, dude, I would actually love to get one of those things and try it out. And I mean, I think I remember him saying that the audio quality wasn't really that great, but dude, just to imagine to have it in our backgrounds for our videos, like people will be like,
Oh
"What the
yeah,
heck?" People would
Marquez
love it.
Brownlee MKBHD. He has a few videos sometimes, and he's just got that just chilling in the background.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
I would love
Oh
to know as well.
man, but it
Yo,
would be
if
cool.
there's any companies that are listening or watching this right now, we'd love to review your your giant AirPods.
Yeah, yeah. Send them over. I'll do a review.
But the funny thing is like you don't really see giant Pixel Buds or giant Galaxy Buds or whatever. It's just
Right.
AirPods.
Yeah. Yep.
Goes to
I
show
know.
how much people actually care about other Bluetooth earbuds.
Exactly though. Exactly. Dude, AirPods are really popular. I mean, I don't even see many of the Beats products. I only see AirPods. Like,
Yeah, AirPods are like I think they're number one, like the best
yeah,
selling Bluetooth headphones ever. But
yeah,
yeah, me as well. Like I see AirPods everywhere. Like if I go to the shopping center or if I go to supermarkets,
That's like
there you see
me.
people with AirPods. Like even at work, like there's 2 or 3 people that work with me, and
Hmm.
they sometimes have AirPods in and stuff like that, like AirPods Pro or AirPods like the original.
Yep.
So they're
Dude,
great,
I like
honestly. It's so convenient as well. They're so easy to pair. Just open the case up, put them in your ears, and you're done. You don't have to like hold the
exactly.
power button and then have them like say power on, waiting to pair or
Oh
whatever,
God.
Bluetooth.
That's
So
what I hate
annoying.
about these. That's what I hate about these. It's like power on. You're connected.
You
No,
don't
really? I didn't
say.
know that. I
Exactly.
didn't know
The
that.
AirPods, you just put them in your ears and just go bing, and then you're done.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
And it's also great how you have like things like Siri, you can just easily use, even though Siri is not always the best, but still like
Mm.
you even have the pressure thing on the Pros and the AirPods 3. Um,
Yep. Yep.
yeah,
Dude.
Bluetooth headphones, great.
Yeah.
I think we've gone a bit off topic what we were talking
Yeah, a
about.
little bit.
Like
But hey, you
I
know
think we
what?
joked before about how we were
We
gonna
have
talk about
fun.
we were talking about how we were gonna talk about Google, and then all of a sudden we just went on a tangent about headphones. But hey, it's great
Hey,
content, right? We're making this podcast
exactly.
longer. Um,
Exactly, man.
but anyway, going back to the Pixel 6a. So I don't think there's really any word on when it will be released. Um, because the new Pixels came out last month, and then the
Yep.
Pixel 5a came out I think earlier in that last month.
Yep.
So
Yep.
who knows when they'll be released? I'm thinking like probably um, quarter 4 or quarter 3 of 2022. Um, and of course, it's going to be basically like a Pixel 6, but
Hmm.
cheaper, budget friendly. And it's probably, I don't know if it's going to have a metal housing or if it's going to be plastic. And it's probably going to cost like under $500. Actually, no, probably under 400, assuming as the Pixel 6 is like 599. Uh, this will probably be like 449 or something. But I'm really excited for this. I honestly want to see when um when this is gonna come out. Like I might actually pick one up because the Pixel, like the regular Pixel, even though the Pixel 6 is not that expensive, compared to like the Pixel 6 Pro, it's like a great phone. Like if you want to try a Pixel, the A series I think is the best. You can use because yes, it's not amazing. Like the specs aren't amazing, but they're still good enough, and they're like last year's specs almost. Um, and yeah, it's got everything else that the Pixel really has,
Yeah.
minus like some of the more premium stuff. So I'm really excited because also like with what Google's been doing with the Tensor chip and
Would
how they've really been trying now and making good smartphones, but before they were just like, let's make a smartphone. Let's just find all these random parts and put them together, and then they're like, here's a Pixel.
yeah,
I mean, yeah, they were
exactly.
still
Yeah.
really good, but
Oh yeah.
they
No,
could have been better.
listen, I've said it. They're really stepping up, and I think that if they continue this way, there's going to be a lot of people who will probably transition
Yeah.
away from
Well,
Samsung or Apple and go to Google. I
what
mean,
what would you do?
I gotta confess, man. I think I would.
Yeah. So if you could choose, like, you could get either the Pixel 6 now or wait for the Pixel 6a. Which one? What would you do?
I'd wait. I'd wait just to see, what's different between them, and then choose. You know, so, same with any other company. If you're in the middle of the year, like let's say, um, the iPhone came out in September, and you're in the middle of the year, and you want a phone, it's better off just to wait the rest of the year to see when the new one comes out, and then decide, you know, which one do I want based on pricing and specs. That's what I would do.
Yeah. Um, I think like it depends because I really want to try the Pixel 6. Um,
Yeah.
instead of waiting like almost a year for this to come out, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Um, so it's also apparently a bit smaller than the Pixel 6. It's going to be a 6.2-inch display instead of a 6.4. So it's
Oh,
more kind
really?
of like, it's almost the size of the iPhone, like the iPhone 13, 13
Oh,
Pro,
wow.
12, and 12 Pro.
Oh, wow.
That's really exciting.
Damn, that's
But
really good.
yeah, so it's basically gonna be a Pixel 6, but with like, it's still gonna have kind of the same processor. It might have a smaller processor, smaller
Mm.
version of Tensor, cheaper, smaller display. So I think this is gonna be like a great option for most people. It's a mid-range smartphone. It'll have two cameras, so it's basically gonna be a smaller Pixel 6. That's essentially what it is.
Interesting.
Six Pixel
Interesting.
6 Pixel 6 mini, but it's not really mini because it's like 6.1 inches.
Exactly right though. Damn. Imagine if they actually copied the name and actually put it as Pixel
Pixel
6
6
Mini.
mini.
Damn.
I don't think
Okay.
they will, but
No, no.
that will be funny. That would be funny.
Oh man.
So to wrap up this episode, I was thinking, seeing as it's Thanksgiving and stuff,
Definitely.
I wanted to we could just talk a little bit about some of the things we're grateful for in tech. I think in general, like what's one thing that you're grateful for in tech that maybe you couldn't live without?
Man, listen, my MacBook right here. No, like no joke. No joke. Um I wouldn't be able to do half the things that I do without this MacBook. Like it's one of my best purchases ever. Besides my iPhone and stuff. But yeah, I think my MacBook is. But aside from that, I got to tell you, man, my family, my friends, of course, the tech community that I've met, really amazing people out there, that have helped me, so much, yourself included. I mean, honestly, man, I don't think I would be able to get to where I am today if it wasn't for the people that I've met, honestly. And that's not just saying tech community, but my friends too, because there are a lot of friends out there that have helped me and support me. Um, whether it be on camera, off camera, everybody's just been amazing, really.
Yeah, awesome. I'm really grateful
What
for
about you, man?
I'm really grateful for dongles.
Yeah.
I'm joking. Honestly, I wish I didn't have to use it. But no, in all seriousness, I think in tech, like I'm really grateful for like my iPhone, and even my MacBook, to be honest, because I think just the whole Apple ecosystem, just of how well it works
It
together, and
is. People listen. My friends didn't believe me, and so my friend recently just got a MacBook, and she's just like, "You're right. This is a game changer." Because I was telling her, like, with even with my iPad, when I'm home, I'm barely touching my phone unless I'm going on Instagram, WhatsApp, or whatever. You know, um, so like it is a game changer. Being able to respond to phone calls, text messages, everything from your computer for your iPad, dude. Like I'm sorry, nothing like the Apple ecosystem. Nothing out there.
yeah. Like, I don't think I realized how much I actually missed or really enjoyed the Apple ecosystem until I went to serve as a volunteer for
Exactly.
my church. Because like I was using a Samsung phone and an Android smartwatch, and they were
Hmm.
like, oh, it was so bad. Whenever we had to use a Windows computer to do editing or something, it
Jesus.
was just a nightmare. I just like wanted to bang my head on the wall.
Yeah.
But honestly, I'm so grateful for like now that I can have all these Apple devices again. Like just
Yeah.
having
Yeah.
AirDrop is so good. Having AirPods, like not having to actually go and connect every single individual device to my AirPods, and then like having it struggle with switching. Even like simple things like when I fill out a password, or like you can just use autofill, or even
Yep.
sometimes I'm on my
Yep.
computer, I sign up for something, it's like, oh, we sent a text to your phone, and then it just shows up on the computer instead. It's like, it's magic. Even when you connect to
Yeah.
Wi-Fi from your
Yeah.
iPhone, like especially since like my family have just changed to a new Wi-Fi provider. Actually, I want to rant about that before we finish this. Like
Okay,
after this whole
sure.
gratitude part, because like I'm grateful for this right now, but then I won't be grateful for the Wi-Fi in like a couple of seconds. So um, what was I saying? But yeah, like when you connect to the Wi-Fi, just all of your other iCloud devices connect automatically as well,
Yeah.
and things like it's just magic. Like
Oh
honestly, the
yeah,
Apple ecosystem, the way I
dude.
would describe it is magic, and I'm so grateful for it. And even like going further than tech, like even my family, I'm really grateful for them. I'm grateful for all my friends.
Yeah.
I'm grateful for also my church and things like that. There's so many things to be grateful for, and I think all of you. I think thanks. I
Dude.
really like Thanksgiving. I like the concept of it about it's how it's a time to like gather together and be grateful for what you have because there are a lot of people
Yes.
out there who don't
Yes.
have like the bare necessities.
Listen.
Like all of you who are
Listen,
listening
man.
or watching to this podcast, you have an electronic device that you're allowed to use. You have internet,
Yeah.
probably. And there's people out there that don't have all of these things. They don't have all of
Mm-hmm.
these commodities. There's people in Africa who have never even seen a smartphone before or have never had the opportunity to Google a question they've had.
Yeah.
So I think we're really blessed. We're really
Oh
blessed
yeah.
to live in a time and in a place where we have all of these things where life
Yeah.
is so easy sometimes in terms of like
Dude,
using devices and things like that.
we take life for granted. We literally do. Like, there's a lot of people out there who are just ungrateful, and they're Scrooges. I gotta say, they're
Yeah,
just like frigging, and it's just like, why? There's so much to live for. You know, I understand that like a lot of people have hard lives and stuff, but yeah, you got to be grateful to be here today. You know, um, with everything that's going on in the world, so many people lost their lives. A lot of people, went through heck and back, uh, being in the hospital and stuff. Like, man, be grateful that you're here, you're healthy, and you're living life because life changes in 1 minute. Life changes
not
in one
even
minute.
like a couple
Yeah,
seconds.
yeah, exactly. So like I hate hearing when people are like, oh, complaining about little things. Dude, come on, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's me right now, complaining about my Wi-Fi. So
No, but
should we keep that for another episode just so we finish this on a high note?
yeah.
Well, I can complain about it next week. It's fine.
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, we
But
don't we
yeah,
don't want to make people's spirits go up and then
it's like
downhill.
nah, don't get this Wi-Fi provider because this internet provider because they're terrible. But anyway, I think that's everything we wanted to really talk about or discuss about this week. Of course, Black
Definitely.
Friday's coming up, so make sure to be
Dude, I
grateful for
have
the
so
money
many
you have and
videos and
actually use it.
streams lined up until Black Friday.
Yeah.
So
Unfortunately, like it sucks because I'm getting paid from my job, but I get paid like at the start of next month, so I miss Black Friday. So
damn.
inconvenient.
Damn.
So
Dude, I'm like I can't wait to see. I really so very quickly here. We were talking about my mom was like, "Oh, you know, um I don't know. I never know what to get you for Christmas, this, that, the other." And she's like, "What do you want?" And I'm like, I
27
think
inch
it might.
iMac.
Okay, that did cross my mind. That did cross my mind, but no, in the back of my mind, I'm like, like I don't really need anything. But then like I whispered it to myself, and I'm just like, well, a camera and an iPad Mini 6 would be good. And my dad was just like, okay, how much? And I'm just like, 300. And he's like, are you freaking insane? I'm like, maybe. Just maybe. Because like, dude, like I've had 6th generation, and yeah, it still gets updates and it still works, you know, okay. But like if I had something newer, like I'd be so much happier. you know, just because like I'm a tech nerd. That's the stuff I like. That's the stuff I appreciate. And not only that, but like I've been promising my friend as soon as I get a new iPad, mine's going to them. You know, and I wanted to give it to them this Christmas. I don't think that's gonna happen, but you know, here's the hoping. Here's the hoping. But still, but it was funny because like we were passing Best Buy, and I'm just like, and me and my mom were having the conversation, and my dad's like, "Are you freaking insane?" And then all of a sudden, we're passing Best Buy, and he goes, "Oh, I need." This is funny because he's been needing a battery pack for his phone, and I'm like, "Oh, maybe." He's like, "Oh, I need this for my iPhone, this, that, the other." And I'm just like, "Are you insane?" No, I'm kidding. But it was funny because like we were having a conversation about me, and then all of a sudden, like he never wants anything tech related, but then he comes out with that, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna say it to him. Sorry. Um, I got one. I can't believe it. Energizer makes like I have it upstairs. I think I have it upstairs. I don't know, but I'll send them a picture later. Um, they have like battery packs and stuff. Dude, this thing is huge, and
Oh yeah, I've
I've
seen some
never
of them.
seen anything. What? And for $17?
Yeah,
What?
yeah, I've seen some.
When
Have you ever
when?
seen the Energizer phone?
No, I haven't.
It's got like a huge battery in it. I
Oh
don't know
my
if it even was
god!
ever released, but it was like this
Really?
phone, and it was like twice the size of an iPhone or something because it had like a battery pack basically built
I,
in.
I'm looking it up after we finish this up. But it was just like, really? Oh, I don't want to get anything. We need to save up money, and then you need a $17 freaking battery pack. Okay, dude. But a battery pack like that for $17 when there's Apple battery packs and other battery packs that are like so much more expensive.
So much more expensive,
That
yeah.
oh my god, I can't,
Like
I
I
can't.
know this is expensive, but this is like not a sponsor. But I've been using this Anchor. He's like I don't
Send that to me,
Anchor
Benji.
5K, I think. It's a MagSafe battery pack. And it's so good. It's 5,000 milliamp
Damn,
hours, but like it just snaps to the back of your iPhone.
dude.
Oh wait, so it snaps on the back of your iPhone. You press the button, and it charges your phone. There we go. And, like you can continue to use your phone, and it's so convenient. Like I went to London the other day, and I had this with me, um,
Hmm.
and it was just so like my battery was dying, and I was like, hey, I just got this. Slap it to the back of the phone. It's awesome. And this is probably it's more
Wow.
expensive than the Energizer one you mentioned, but this is wireless as well. It's got USB-C. So like if you need to
Yep.
charge something, you can use this. You could charge it via USB-C. It'd be nice if it could charge wirelessly itself, but I have yet to find a battery pack that does that, where you
Yeah.
can
Yeah.
actually wirelessly charge the battery pack. Not even Apple's does it.
Damn.
Anyway, not
Well,
sponsored.
not
Anchor,
sponsored.
Anchor, please sponsor me because I love your products.
True that. True that, man. All right,
Oh,
we have
also
reached an
another MagSafe
hour.
accessory. This is a
Damn.
Magsafe wallet. Actually, I've got a review
Ooh.
on this coming soon.
Ooh, awesome. Can't wait to see that.
Yeah. So go subscribe
Well,
to the channel because I've got some cool accessories that you can. Actually, seeing as Christmas is coming up, I need to get cranking on some product videos because I need views.
yeah, man. Definitely. Well, it's reached an hour, so I think we
How
should
did we
wrap up
talk for
here.
this long?
How do we talk for this long? Man, I don't know. I don't know. We just have fun with it, you know. We just
Yeah.
you
So
know,
before we wrap up,
especially the conversations that we have planned, plus the conversations that are not planned.
yeah, like the whole headphones thing.
Yeah,
Just
exactly.
because the pixels were moving it on the 5A.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Oh, my
Man.
MagSafe battery pack can't charge my MagSafe wallet. That's sad.
Oh, damn. Wow.
It's got a red
Damn.
light on it. Like, remove it now or it'll explode. But anyway, that's about it for this episode of the Tech Unlocked podcast. Remember, guys, be grateful because Thanksgiving is here. But, like, even if it isn't Thanksgiving, be grateful for what you have.
Exactly.
Yeah, Taylor agrees. If you guys want to follow us on social media, be sure to do so. Actually, it's not like a choice. You have to. If you've listened to this podcast until now, you have to go follow us. All the links will be in the description below. We both are making really good videos. They'll be coming out soon.
Yes, definitely.
I'll
I actually
post
have
less
one that I'm
videos
going to
'cause
be...
I'm a big procrastinator.
I actually have one that I'm going to upload right now after we wrap this up. So
Yeah.
go check it out.
Also, if anybody complains about me not posting many videos, I also have a job now. So, like...
We actually have lives. So...
Actually, I haven't even done a live stream in, like... It feels like forever. I need to do one on my channel.
Yeah, man.
Not now, but, like...
Heck yeah. Tell me when. Tell me where. I'll be there. You know me.
Sounds good.
You
All
know
right.
me, man.
Thanks, guys, for listening. Thanks, guys, for watching. Don't forget to follow the podcast as well. And if you're watching on YouTube, you can listen on Apple Music. And if you're on Apple Music, you can watch on YouTube.
Definitely.
That's it. That's it.
All right, guys. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys next time. Have a great week.
Bye.